So, tell me about yourself. What's your name?
My name is Abraham Garcia, A.K.A. A.G.
Hey. Welcome to the Struggle Ventures.
Let's go, bro. I'm excited to be here.
All right. Thank you.
You got a little Femi to you, bro.
Hey,
if you put this
man.
together, bro, yeah, you got style, bro.
That interior designer, man.
I see you, dog.
Thank you. But, so, tell me a little bit about yourself, all right? How old are you?
I'm 26 years old. I grew up here in San Diego, Linda Vista to be exact. Got no kids. I got a lady. I ain't married, but maybe that's coming soon.
There we go. Yeah, you hear, right?
Yeah.
But you're like, I got no kids, man. What's up with that? Having kids ain't bad.
Nah, I'm throwing shots at you, bro.
I can tell, man.
Nah, just kidding. Nah, because a lot of people like be like, I know I'm getting older, bro.
Yeah.
I'm about to be 30, and I've been thinking about like I don't have no kids, bro, and I want to have kids, and I feel like it's time, bro. Like I feel like I'm kind of I'm not running out of time, but I don't want to be old and having kids. So I've been thinking a lot about my future, things that I got to do now to provide for my kids. And so that's basically where I'm at right now, man. I want to have kids. I want to get married, and I'm looking to get into a career or something, do something, because I got to start planning for the future. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I definitely get it. I mean, especially me being a little older, and I do have the kid. Being a financially responsible, it's a lot, man. It's a big responsibility. I don't think they teach that at all when we're in high school. I mean, we think everything's going okay, everything's going good.
Yeah.
And then boom, fuck, like you're working right after school, after 18 years old, or some sort of younger.
Yeah.
Like you fucking feel it. You feel those bills. Unfortunately, like my mom was a single parent, so I was helping her pay for the rent, groceries right off the bat. So
I'm actually glad that you said that because I felt the same way, bro. Like when I got out of high school, I didn't know what I was gonna do.
yeah,
And to this day, just until like recently, a couple months ago or a year ago or so, I started kind of realizing what I wanted to do. But when I first got out of high school, bro, I didn't know what I was gonna do. I didn't know what I was gonna work at, and like I would have conversations with people. I'm like, how do you know what you want to do? Like I'm having these jobs, shitty jobs, and like I don't like none of it.
all right. What was the first shitty job that you had?
First job I had, bro, I worked at KFC, bro.
Was it that bad?
Well, now I guess I wasn't good at it. You know what I mean? Like I just wasn't good at it, and like they would always put me as like the dishwasher.
Oh hell no!
And I was like, I was cool with that, bro, because I didn't want to be in the front, bro.
Oh,
like
so
I didn't want to. Yeah, like I didn't know how to work the machine. Like I was just telling you, bro, I'm not tech savvy at all. You feel me? And then, like the machine, I was just like fucking up people's orders. And then like this one time, this lady asked me like, "Hey, I want the promotion that I see on TV." Bro, I dead ass told her like I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. I don't know what you're talking about." Hey, I don't watch TV. I was like, I don't watch TV, bro.
And how'd she look at you?
Bro, she started laughing.
Oh hell no!
She started laughing, and everybody on the headset too started cracking up, like from the KFC headset.
See,
I guess I was a bad worker at the time. You know what I mean?
Inexperience, right?
Inexperience, yeah. My first job, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I realized that wasn't for me, bro.
And so, how'd you end up in where you're at right now? You work at where?
I work at Belmont Park. I'm a painter. So that's the thing. Okay, Okay, how I ended up in being a painter, right? So I worked at KFC, then I worked at a restaurant, and then I kind of bounced around. Like I tried to do like selling car insurance, like just shit like that, you know. And so after that job, bro, I kind of like quit it because like I didn't really like it.
Yeah.
And I felt uncomfortable doing it, and there was just so much information, and so I got to that point where I was like, bro, I don't know what I want to do. And sure enough, bro, I was like applying to jobs, bro. I was striking out for months, bro.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that's the first time I've been unemployed for a long time. And good thing I live with my parents. They've always been supportive. And then my uncle called me one day, bro. And he was like, hey, do you want to come work at this auto collision center with us? We'll teach you how to paint.
Oh, that's right. That's
how I
you were
started.
working in the car paint job,
In
right?
the car paint job.
Yeah.
So that's how my painting thing started,
that's funny.
bro.
I mean, us Mexicans, we love paint, man. My dad's a painter, auto collision. My uncle paints houses. I mean, it's in our blood.
It's like fun, bro, because, okay, so the problem that I was having was I hated, like, a job like KFC or selling insurance. somebody's kind of always there looking after you.
Yeah, micromanaging,
right?
Yeah.
And so when you start doing painting, you know what you're doing. They just be like, knock this out. They go to the office and you do your thing. And I like that.
Yeah.
You know, and I like the fact that they're not on my ass and like.
So you felt like you did better when you're like not being micromanager. You're able to get more work done.
Yeah. When I'm just kind of working by myself, I know what I'm doing. I get there, work, go home. Don't really got to talk to people, deal with people, or nothing like that. But then as that went on, I ended up. One of my friends told me, "Do you want to come work? At Belmont?" And so I kind of went out there. And I started just cleaning the rides and stuff like that. And this guy, they started doing like fiberglass and repairing like some of the rides. And I was just like, hey, I know how to paint.
You just threw it out there.
I was like, I just threw it out there. And so the guy at the time was working at Legoland, and then he would come over here to Belmont.
Oh, so he wasn't fully contracted with them.
Yeah, so he worked like part-time.
Yeah.
But that fool would show up when he wanted to or whatever. But he was cool, I didn't throw no
shade at all. Yeah,
no shade at all. And he gave me an opportunity to start working, and so like I kind of got into it, and I was like painting all these cars and like they're crazy cars and bumper cars and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they ended up coming out nice, and some guy in the office took notice of it. One day I came into work, and he was like, "Hey, we're giving you a raise, and you're no longer the guy who cleans the rides.
A raise?
You're the painter." And so like that kind of what took off for me there. And so as I started working at Belmont, I became the painter. They gave me a little cool raise and stuff. At the time, it was like the most money that I had been making,
Yeah.
And then
let me ask you this: like, how did it feel when you started seeing those fat checks come in?
It felt good. Yeah, it felt good, man, because like I said, it was the first time I kind of felt at place with something that I actually liked doing, and that I knew how to do, and like being out of high school and all this stuff. It was kind of like I told you, bro, you don't know what you're doing, you don't know what you want to do. So it was the first time I kind of felt like this is what I'm supposed to be doing, and I like doing, and I enjoy it,
And let me ask you this: did your work drop down with COVID? Like the impact of COVID, how bad did it affect you?
So that's what happened. So with working at Belmont, it gave me the opportunity that I started learning how to paint walls, doing fucking drywall repairs. I learned a lot of other stuff there.
Did you ever mess up?
Yeah. You mess up all the time.
Did you try to like hush, like not be caught or what?
Nah, there's always ways of fixing stuff. Some guy told me one time, like, why are you gonna be scared of? Because when I first got into the collision thing, he was like, I was like, but what if I mess up? And he was like, bro, that's what we're here for. We fix shit that is broken. You could always fix it again. And that kind of changed my perspective on like being scary. You know what I mean? Yeah. But so since I learned how to do all that stuff, there's this guy. His name is Juan Pablo. He's actually from this area.
Oh, okay.
He showed me everything I know about paint, and he kind of backed me up on like everything.
So it took you under his wing.
He took me under his wing, and we're cool to this day. So then with COVID, with what happened with COVID, bro, we went on furlough for Belmont.
Yeah.
So they were still paying us. And they're like, hey, because this when COVID barely hit. So they're like, we're going to see where this goes. So then they brought us back. Like maybe a month later, I was on furlough or whatever on the when everything went down on the shutdown. And then I lasted there for like a month and two till they were like, hey, we're shutting down again. And we don't know when we're going to be back or whatever. And it was like, this time we got to let you guys go. Because they were paying for our insurance and everything. So they're like, hey, we got to let you guys go. So during that time, I was like, man, fuck that. I started getting like since the day that they fired me, bro, the very next day, I started picking up paint work.
Yeah, side jobs. And that's when you started doing your own business,
and that's when I started doing my own business.
What was that called?
It was A.K.A. Custom Painting.
Yeah.
But I remember the first day, man, I called it just something random. A.K.A. Paints for You. Super corny, bro. Like, super corny.
Yeah.
And then this girl, her name is Stephanie. She went to middle school with me. And she was pretty much, man, like, I'm very thankful for her because she did my business cards.
Okay.
She did a page for me. Like a website.
An actual website?
An actual website. Yeah. Like everything for free, bro. Like she kind of like backed me up.
So she gave you the backbone in a sense. And how much did that help you out during your business?
Oh, that helped me out a lot, bro. Like it helped me out a lot. She actually helped me come up with the name A.K.A. Custom Painting.
Yeah. Super clean, super
Yeah,
simple.
super clean. Yeah, because sometimes you need like a woman to kind of like
Give
help
you-
you out, and like she was like good with all the stuff, and like she did my business cards. Like she's one of my very good friends and stuff, and I'm very thankful for her.
Mhm.
And yeah, bro, it just started taking off. And you know, with the Instagram, it kind of like I did a job, then somebody referred me, and it just kept going like that, you know, and it just took off, bro.
Do you think you got more business through word of mouth or through social media?
It, Nah, it was more like I would do a job and they'll tell their neighbor, or the neighbor would see me and be like, "Hey, can you come over here?" So it got to a point where I was doing like a whole fucking block and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'll finish one and keep going, and it was blowing up for me, man. I was making more money than I've ever made, that I've ever seen
What was the most you made in 1 month?
in a month, bro. I did like, let me see, because you gotta so with material and everything,
yeah,
you know what I
cost and
mean?
effect.
But what I ended up taking home, it was like 9 G's in a month.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah, and it was just like, that was just fucking, you know, me starting off, you know? And it was just me, and sometimes I'd call some of my homies, they would back me up. Or
Like,
that guy Juan
yeah,
that
yeah.
I'm telling you about,
Yeah.
he would back me up with jobs that were kind of like more advanced and stuff like that. Like, he always had my back, bro. So I'm very thankful for him. And I would pay him like good, like whatever I charged,
whatever you had
I
made
gave him
that
half.
day.
I
Yeah.
gave him half of like whatever I made, and I would pay for all the materials. So he was happy, and I was happy, and obviously I couldn't have done it without him, you know. So I was very thankful for that.
So then, if business was going good for you, like, why'd you stop? If you don't mind asking.
Nah, I don't mind. So during the time, man, well, last year was a very difficult year for me. And so during the time when I first started doing it, one of my close friends, Connor McGuire, suddenly passed away. You know, a young guy our age.
Yeah.
He ended up passing away on January.
And I seen like he touched a lot of guys, man. Like I see on social media, he's always blowing up, man. Like,
Yeah, man.
His
His laugh was contagious. Like, he was an amazing guy. I met him in 8th grade going to high school.
Yeah.
I met him at it was summer school.
Uh-huh.
And that's where I met him, man. This white dude, like, he was super cool, and he had like these green remember the old Kanye West glasses?
Oh, the aviators?
Yeah, he had those on, and he was like always hitting the Dougie. Like, I always just remember him like hitting the Dougie, and then we ended up playing a football together freshman year, and then like I didn't make the grade, so I kind of like
scooted off.
But throughout the time, then I started playing baseball, and we just got super close. You know, we didn't kick it that much. You know, out of high school until like his last year that he was living. We started reconnecting and hanging out again, and like, but I just had so many memories of him during high school, during our baseball games, during practice, like just so much things, man. But dude, would like being around his presence, bro. He made like any regular thing super fun. He was very loving. Like, every time he'll call me, like, he's like, "All right, bro, I love you, bro." Like, he wasn't afraid to tell people. Yeah, he wasn't afraid to tell people he loved them.
And that takes a lot for a guy, especially. I mean, our generation to say love you to another guy, man. Yeah. Like, it's not very macho in a sense.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah. And so he ended up passing away, man, and that was very difficult for me. And I remember I was at a job when I was working on a job, and like, bro, I started crying like on the job. Like, they called me that he wasn't doing good, and it was just like. It was super hard, bro. It was super hard, and I remember I went home and I was crying, and then my mom, she helped me helped me get through that.
Yeah.
And like, she would hug me. She's like, "Hey, it's okay." And like every day, like, she would like come to my room and be like, "Hey, how are you feeling today?" You know. And the trippy part about that was like, you know, like 15 days later, my mom passed away. Suddenly too. I had just finished a job. So, like, I'm over here trying to take off, and finally I'm, like, making good money, and I'm like, man.
Life's feeling good. Life's
feeling good. It's going great, and I'm like, I'm finally going to be able to, like, give my mom the life that I want to give, you know? And I was, like, thinking, man, life's going to change for us. I'm making plans in my head and all this stuff. She ends up passing away, and that was obviously very hard for me, you know? And during that time, I tried to be strong because I felt like, you know, I was like the strongest. I'm the youngest
out of your brothers.
Out of my brothers. I have 3 brothers and 1 sister, and then it's me. and I just felt like I was, the strongest. I was like holding it down. So during that time, I try to be very strong.
Yeah.
And I'm very, my faith in God is like very, like, I believe in God, and like He's what powers me and helps me get, through hard
the
situations.
days.
Yeah. So I felt like I took it very bad, but I guess like I was putting on that like
Extra stress, every weight on you.
on myself, and I
Mm-hmm.
try to act like things were okay, but it wasn't. It wasn't okay for me, and so then I still continue to try to do my business, bro.
Yeah.
And then boom, after that, my grandma ends up getting diagnosed with terminal cancer. Like, bro, I'm telling you, like this all happened like with a
Back to
span
back.
of weeks, and I'm like,
And that's very devastating for you, man. Like, I
Yeah.
met your mom, man. Your mom was super sweet, man. Like,
yeah,
her smile would light up the room.
for
And,
sure, I appreciate that, bro.
Yeah.
And yeah, dude. And then my grandma, which she was another person who like raised me, and Mexican culture, your grandparents or
Grandmas are like just as much as important as their moms.
exactly, bro. So to lose them like back to back, and then my homie Connor, it was just like it was a bad time, bro.
Yeah.
It was a bad time, and while I'm here, I'm actually want to say that I'm very thankful for all my friends and all the support that I got during that time.
Yeah.
The GoFundMe's, the people coming out and helping out during the food fundraisers. Like, bro, I was very blessed. My whole family was very blessed, and we're very thankful for everybody who helped us out during those challenging times, because we didn't have to worry about things financially. We just had to worry about grieving and getting through the pain that we went with my mother. So I'm very thankful for that, and I just want to, since I'm on here, I want to thank everybody.
And if you have anybody else that's going through that, would you recommend them starting a page like that, GoFundMe?
Yeah, I do recommend it. I mean, the thing about it too, Venmo worked out too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people Venmoed us. Cause some certain people would be like, hey, can I just Venmo you, or can I stop by your house and give you cash? Because Venmo does take a percentage,
Yeah.
of whatever you're making. So, sorry, excuse me. So certain people aren't cool with that.
Yeah.
But regardless,
Anything helps.
anything helps, bro, during those times, especially when it's so sudden. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it is.
It's a life-changing moment, for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. But yeah, I mean, I recommend people, like, any help, anything helps. So
Yeah.
we took it. It helped my family out a lot, and we were able to give my mom a proper burial, and everything was beautiful. And I, for a situation that was so bad, it couldn't have been more perfect. You know what I mean? So, I'm very blessed and very thankful for everybody who helped us out and stuff like that. So, but going back to what you said, so, just death was like just hitting us,
Yeah.
it was hitting us. And then, during my mom's like funeral, actually, as soon as I'm walking out, my job calls me, and they had been calling me, bro, like for months, like, hey, are you gonna come back? And I was like, yeah, you know what? I started my own business. I'm actually doing good. I'm cool off of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm making good money. I just want to continue to do my thing, and during that time, I was kind of in a vulnerable state, and I had so much work, and I was stressed out, and I was like, fuck that, dude. I just want to go back to work, get my paycheck, and just like, because I had noticed my mental feeling like
going away.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I was like at a low state, still trying to be strong. So I just wanted to go back to a regular schedule. Because when I was having my business, bro, there was days that I'll work from 7 a.m. in the morning to like 2 a.m.
Oh, what, like that?
Yeah, like that. And then fucking the very next morning, back at it again. I worked like fucking 60 days straight, bro.
Wow.
The money's good and everything, but I mean, at a certain point, you got to take care of yourself too,
And is that something you would ever go back to?
Man, I like it and everything, but I feel like I burned myself out, bro.
Yeah.
I really didn't have the help. I really was doing all the jobs by myself.
There was no really like a work-life balance.
Yeah, it wasn't. At least for me.
Yeah.
Obviously I was new. I could have adjusted. I could have, done things better. I could have had like stable workers with me, but I didn't. It was just something that I jumped into because of COVID. I needed to pay my bills. I didn't hesitate. I jumped straight to it. And I'm not regretful. I learned a lot, bro, in that period of time. And I was thankful to have consistent work. You know what
See,
I mean?
but that's like a hustle mentality. A lot of people don't have that. You know what I mean, a lot of people will feel like, oh, why is this happening to me? You know what I mean, like
Yeah.
just turn over and like boo-hoo me. You know what I mean,
Yeah.
so trust me, seeing you work, like bust your ass, made me want to bust my ass too. Like
Thanks, man.
I'm telling you, I know you were going through a lot during that time, and it's kind of for me. I haven't dealt with anybody dying, my family members, and it was scary because your mom was somebody I knew, like your
Yeah.
grandma was somebody I knew. I grew up with you guys,
Yeah, for sure.
so I didn't really know how to take it. I mean,
Yeah.
and I'm sorry. Like I know I didn't reach out either, and I felt bad because you helped me out with my dog, man. My dog was my baby. My dog was my first baby before my baby, man.
Yeah.
And I just don't know how to put the words together. It's a very scary moment. I mean,
Yeah, it is
I could
scary,
only imagine for you.
Yeah.
But then
don't worry about that, bro.
Yeah.
You know it's all love. You know we're like family, bro. You've been so close to my brothers and just my family in general, bro. You remember you always used to come over. You know, we have countless memories on the turkey bowls.
Oh my god. The Black Fridays.
Yeah, the Black Fridays, just everything, bro. Eating Domino's at our crib, bro. You know, we had that shit on deck.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't worry about it, man. I know certain people, it's scary to reach out to somebody because you don't know what to say, you know.
Yeah.
And certain people take things differently.
Different, yeah.
I enjoyed people hitting me up and checking up on me. And it made me feel like I wasn't alone,
Yeah.
you know. And during my mom's funeral, bro, a lot of like people that didn't know her went to her funeral, and that made me feel good, bro. That made me feel good because I wanted her to feel like, you know, people cared because, you know, during the time that my mom passed away, bro, she had like, you know, a broken heart, you know.
Yeah.
My family kind of split up. My dad was cheating and always kind of been like an asshole, you know. He's an amazing father, bro. He always provided for us and stuff like that. But when it came to women, he was just one of those guys, you know, and broke my mom's heart at the end. And it was just like, I wanted her, I don't know, in a sense, I just wanted her to feel special or feel loved, you know. And when we were taking her, bro, there was like fucking like 30, 40 cars, bro, driving my mom, following her to the cemetery. And that made me feel good, and it made like me feel like maybe she saw it and like felt like, oh man, I am loved. Look at all these people. So shout out to all my homies and homegirls and people who put up, man. That meant a lot for me, bro. Yeah, dude. So
just know she's always there with you, man. Like you got 2 angels, 3 angels, matter of fact.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this: do you have any type of like resentment towards your dad? Like,
no, I don't, bro. Because it's like, you know, at first I did.
Yeah.
At first I obviously did, and it just like hurt me to, even though he did what he did. It's because the thing was, it's a very difficult situation because even though he like kind of left, he was always still there.
Supportive.
He was always at the house. He would always come cook for her, like, so it was like a weird situation.
It was a weird, very weird situation.
Yeah, but for him to do the things the wrong way, he tried to do it the best way he could, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know, and you know they were like texting and working things out, and it got to the point where I told my dad he couldn't come over no more, so he would come and hide. And they're like that. They're like little kids.
You're the man of the house, right there.
Yeah, I was the man of the house. I was regulating shit, and sometimes I feel bad about that, but you know, I should have let them, you know, work out their things, and they did, and they were, you know, they're grown. They were always talk, and I didn't stop them from that. But what would get me mad was that my dad was doing what he wanted to do, and then still come over, and I know what that's like, bro. Where you know, somebody's like
playing with somebody's emotions.
Yeah,
that ain't cool.
So that's why I kind of cut it off. So I don't know if he was like confusing my mom or whatever. So, you know.
Well, especially that's moms, man. You don't want nobody to fuck with mom. Not even my dad. You know what I mean? I know.
Yeah. So I don't have no resentment towards him because he really did. To the very end, he was there. Mm-hmm. You know, even though he didn't live there no more, and they're working their things out, and her heart was broken, and because, you know, of what he did or whatever. But his actions pretty much broke up our family. But the way that I see it, bro, is that so people will always like, they'll take and take and take from you, but the moment that you do something that's wrong, it's like now everything that you did goes away. And my dad was an amazing father. He always provided for us. Like, he was an asshole, bro. He was an asshole, and we were scared of him, and we didn't talk to him much. We didn't really have a relationship with him, but he was always there. And I'm very thankful to him because I feel like my life could have went a different direction than where I am now, and it all has to do with my dad.
Yeah.
Like outside of our apartments, you know, there was like gang banging, and everybody would kick it in our apartments.
It's either you're with them or you weren't.
Yeah, and because of my dad, me being scared of him, and my dad like not giving up on me, because of all of my brothers, they're very calm people, quiet people.
Yeah.
You know, reserved, and I like going out. I have a lot.
You're
of friends.
you're the extrovert of your family for sure.
Yeah.
Your brother is for introverts, especially. I think your sister was like a mixture, a little bit of both, right?
Yeah. And so I was always out, man, and I like hanging out with these guys. And my dad, every single night, bro, he would come get me. He would come get me every single fucking night, go looking for me. He's like, what the fuck are you doing out
van.
here? Yeah,
the van. You see the van,
bro. Yeah, I would be running, and they'd be like, hey, fool, your dad's here. Coming. I was like, oh, fuck. And like, so I'm very thankful for that, bro, because I could have went a different direction in life, but because of my dad and him not giving up on me, I am who I am today, and I have a different mindset, you know, because of everything that he's taught me. So I could look at the bad things, but I choose to look at the good things. You know, my dad's not perfect, but I love him regardless, you know, and when I compare my dad and my mom and the way that we were brought up compared to other kids, bro, and our family always had our back, even though we grew up, you know, poor, Section 8 or whatever.
Yeah.
My dad always had our back. My mom always had our back. So, I know other people, bro, their parents, they don't have their back, bro. Like, their parents are doing their own thing on drugs or...
Not worrying about it, taking responsibilities. And
yeah, exactly. Or the reason why they were in the streets because their parents didn't care. They were like, oh, well, yeah, come home whenever the fuck you want. Yeah. And so, like... I'm very thankful for the family that I do have. Yeah. So that's why I try to look at things and
different perspectives.
In a different perspective and be like, you know what? My life wasn't perfect, but I had a loving dad regardless, even if he didn't really show me love, but he showed me love in his own way. And that's why I don't have no like resentment towards him. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. And he made bad choices, but I'm not God, bro. God's going to judge him on his own time. And all I could do is love him, you know.
And then when it comes to like having your own kids, you kind of already have like your own guidelines, especially with your own experience that you're going through. You know what things you want to do and things that you don't want to do.
Oh yeah, for sure. And that's what I say a lot. Even though I was older, seeing my family separate hurt me a lot, bro.
Yeah.
Even though I'm already an older guy, you know, I'm a grown ass man. I mean, I'm 26, but I'm a grown man, considered a grown man. You know. And it hurt me a lot, bro. Honestly, I would have cried and I'd be like, fuck, my family's like broken up because of my dad. And now I feel like I think twice, 3-4 times before cheating or doing anything stupid, bro, because I don't want to like hurt somebody that's been, you know, good to
me. You all.
You know, giving me her all. Or when I have kids, I don't think I'm going to do that type of stuff, you know? So everything's been a learning experience because it really does affect your kids. And this happened to me while I was older, and that shit hurt. Can't imagine what a kid will feel like.
That definitely messes up their head, man.
No.
Like, for me, like, my grandpa didn't have papers, but my grandma and grandpa were, like, the only two ideal figures that were together. My mom wasn't with my dad, so my grandpa was my dad. And then when he got deported and he came back, I was like, all right, everything's going to be good again.
Yeah.
And then I remember them pulling me up, like, hey, we got to talk to you. I go, what's up? And they're like, we're actually not going to be together. We love you very much, but me and your grandma don't love each other no more. Oh my God, dude.
Breaks your heart, huh?
I was fucking crying. I was like crying my eyes off because it's funny because like a week before I found sex dices. I was like, what the fuck is this? I looked at them all nasty. I was like, don't kiss me, don't get near me. But yeah, man, it definitely like it hurts. It definitely hurts. Like I know exactly where you're coming from. But now that with this whole pandemic coming somewhat in the end, like what are you doing now? Like, are you still working there? I seen you that you're posting that you're something great's coming up. What's that about?
So yeah, man, I'm still working at Belmont Park. Everything's going good, man. I love it there. So recently, man. So going back to last year, so just so it could you could get where I'm coming from. So last year, you know, it was filled with death or whatever, and I actually ended up catching COVID, bro.
Oh shit.
I ended up catching COVID, and it kind of changed my whole perspective in life, you know?
Yeah, how'd you feel during the whole COVID thing?
So, when I got COVID, bro, I got it bad. I got it like super bad. So I started off as something like, this shit's whatever, right? So I started like, it was like just really hot. I was quarantining in my room, and like I would go shower because I would get, fevers and shit.
Yeah.
I would go shower, fucking get super wet, turn on the fan, and go lay there and lay on my back. And I didn't realize what I was doing was I was getting fluid in my lungs, bro.
Oh.
So I ended up getting what's that shit called? Pneumonia.
Pneumonia, yeah.
I ended up getting pneumonia, and I couldn't breathe, bro. I couldn't fucking breathe. So I told my lady like, hey, like you need to take me to the hospital. And she ended up taking me to Sharp right here at by Linda Vista, Sharp by Kearney Mesa.
Mm-hmm.
And they turned me away, bro. They
like
turned
that?
me away. Yeah, I couldn't breathe.
Even with COVID?
Yeah, bro. So I kind of felt during the time I wasn't vaccinated. I wasn't vaccinated, and I told them I wasn't vaccinated.
And they looked at you all differently, huh?
They were pissed off, bro. they were like, oh well, you got pneumonia. They checked my shit, right? And they're like, well, if you get any worse, come back. I was like, bro, I can't breathe.
Yeah.
Like please, like help me and shit. I couldn't breathe
sucks.
or whatever. It's like, well, the people that are like you with pneumonia, and they're usually the ones who don't, like, he told me like this, like, they're usually the ones who don't make it.
Like
and
that.
he like patted my back, like, good luck, man,
What
and
the
walked
fuck?
away, bro. But I mean, I get it, because, healthcare workers,
They
they're
do a lot.
exhausted
Yeah.
right now. They're exhausted right now, especially a motherfucker comes in, isn't vaccinated and shit like that. But it wasn't
Yeah.
right. So I go home, bro, and I'm fucking like, what am I gonna do? Like, they just turned me away. I'm finna fucking die.
Get the Vicks.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Get the fucking Vicks, put that shit on my chest, and see what happens.
Yeah.
But some fool ends up hitting me up. It's like, hey, I had pneumonia before, and if you go to TJ, they give you a shot in your ass, and it goes away. And I'm over here desperate, bro.
Did you go?
So that's why I fucked up at, bro. I go to TJ, bro.
Yeah.
Already my lungs is fucked up. I can't breathe, but I didn't know how bad it was.
Mm-hmm.
And so I go over there. My dad takes me, and at the time my dad wasn't living there, but that's what I'm saying. Like, my mom had already passed away, and my dad always steps up.
Yeah.
Like, he's always been there for us, bro. And that's why I can't knock him for shit. And he takes me to TJ, bro, and he takes me to that clinic that they say they're gonna give me a shot. It was already like 9-10 o'clock at night, and we're knocking on the door, banging on the door, and some girls come up and like, yeah, what's going on? He's like, hey, this dude has pneumonia. Like, can you guys give him that shot?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's called, right? Pneumonia.
Yeah.
So when she's there, she checks my oxygen. She's like, hey, yeah, the shot works, but you're like far deep in this shit. It's not gonna do anything to you. You need to go to the hospital right now, because you could pass out. You're not having enough
Oxygen to your brain. Pass out.
Yeah. And so I was like, fuck, like, are you fucking kidding me?
Were you scared?
Bro, I was scared. I thought I was gonna die, bro. So I ended up going to the fucking hospital, bro. At that point, like, I can't really talk. I ended up going to the hospital over there in TJ, and it was a specific hospital. It was shut down, strictly COVID, bro.
Oh shit.
This was when COVID
was at
cases
its highest.
was at its highest, bro.
Yeah.
So I fucking go up in there, and I can't breathe and shit. And then they start giving me, the oxygen or whatever. So now I'm at a hospital in TJ, bro. You know what I mean? And the resources, the machines that they have aren't very fucking good, bro. So I'm over there. I'm hooked up. I'm like, I could breathe and shit, but I'm just not getting better. Mm-hmm. And my dad's waiting for me outside, and I keep getting worse and worse.
Oh wow.
And so I'm in a room at first. It's chill. There's like 2 people there. They're like, hey, we're gonna move you up to a better room. I'm like, oh hell yeah.
VIP.
But it wasn't it, bro.
Nah.
They moved me to a fucking room where there was like 10, 12 beds.
Oh wow.
And people were in fucking tubes. And I was like,
Hey, that shit must have been scary.
It was scary, bro.
Yeah.
It was scary because I realized that I was like, why are they putting me in this room? Am I that bad? Like, what the fuck is going on,
Mm-hmm.
And so people are like dying in their tubes, and they're on the monitor, their shit's going down to 0. They're going like, oh, this guy's dead, covering them. And I'm right there, and I can't talk. I can't fucking talk. And they start wrapping more dudes up, and everybody's dying up in there. I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
The dude comes to me, he's like, hey man, if you're not getting better, you're gonna be like them, like on
that?
the tube
The
and shit.
fuck?
Yeah, bro, it's like a fucked up situation, bro. And I was like, fuck.
Like,
dude.
very nonchalant, like, it is what it is.
Yeah, so they like they put another like fucking so the oxygen stops working, and I'm like choking and shit. And I'm like, hey, like fix this shit or whatever. The dude fixes it, but he doesn't fix it right. It's not really flowing. And I'm like, bro, like the last guy fixed it. Like, why can't you fix it? It's like, nah, we just gotta give you another one, bro. They put a fatter one. It's like, after this one, if you don't do good, we gotta put you on the tube. They put one that blows hella fucking air on me, bro. And it was kind of suffocating because it was too much force. Air. And it was drying out my nose, and my nose was burning.
So what could go wrong? Would go wrong right now at this point,
bro? Everything was bad, and I get a note, bro, that my dad writes me.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Hey, son, I've been outside. I've never left your side. I'm gonna get you out of here. The American ambulances are coming."
Oh wow.
At this point, I had been there for like 4 or 5 days.
Oh.
And the problem was I wasn't eating. I wasn't like, I'm chunky right now, but during that time I lost a lot of weight. I in total, like in a month, I lost like 30 pounds or something like that. I think I was like 210. I ended up being like 180, 175, some shit like that, bro.
Did you feel it? Did you feel the weight loss?
Yeah, bro. I felt weak. I wouldn't sleep. Like I just didn't feel good, bro. So that so during that time, bro, I'm in the hospital thinking I'm gonna die. A lot of things rushing like through my head. I'm thinking about life differently, things I could have done, like take more risks, like don't do the things that I've always wanted to do, but maybe I was scared or I thought I wasn't good enough, So then, that's kind of rushing through my mind. And then the American ambulances come in, and that shit was scary, bro, because they had to take me off the oxygen and pick me up and put me on their bed, and then take me to the hospital and take me to the ambulance. Bro, when they took that shit off, bro, I was like fucking...
You're out.
I was out, bro. I couldn't breathe, and I was like choking. And then the reason you choke is you have so much mucus in your system, I was fucking choking, and I was panicking, and I was like, no, don't unhook me, please, I'm gonna die.
You're over here like tearing up, I could imagine.
Yeah, I was crying, bro, and like he's like, dude, we have to do it because we gotta take you to America, bro. Like we gotta take you across the border, so you can't stay here, you're gonna fucking die here. And I was like, fuck. So they took it off, bro. Sure enough, I started fucking choking. He hooked me back on the oxygen, and it was just like scary, bro. Like super scary, man. And then they take me to Chula Vista, the Sharp in Chula Vista, and they started like, fuck, dude, the girls that were there, bro, to me they looked like angels, bro. They're these young girls. I've been meaning to go back over there and just kind of write them a letter or something. Yeah, dude, they started putting like steroids in me, and like within like 4 or 5 days I started getting better. And they're like, hey, at that point I hadn't walked.
Okay.
And when I started getting better, like 4 or 5 days later, I tried to walk, bro, and I would like fall.
Tumbled.
I would
fall.
fall.
Looking like Bambi.
Yeah, bro, straight up. And I was like, how is this happening to me, bro? I'm like, I was like, I'm a chunky guy right now, but overall I'm a healthy person, bro.
Yeah, no.
Like I don't have no problems like with my health, nothing, bro. So I was like, why the fuck is this shit happening to me? So while I'm there, bro, I'm battling. I fucking like start doing like, sit-ups, trying to get stronger. And eventually they ended up letting me out. And so with all that shit going on, I realized that I wanted to do, and I know this was a long ass explanation.
No, you're good.
But I realized what you're saying, what I have planned and stuff like that. I realized that I've always wanted to help people, or make a difference in this world. You know what I mean? So one of my friends, he's LAPD, and he kind of started telling me about that. And I like painting and everything like that, but it doesn't give me no like fulfillment. Like I work and then come home, but I want to do something that
you feel like you're not doing more.
I'm not doing more to reach my potential. You know what I mean? So during the whole COVID thing, I started thinking, and I started reaching out to him and like, hey, I've thought about, I wanted to be a police. Because they put people away and all that stuff, but they also help people.
Yeah, of course.
People that are in car accidents, whatever.
First responders type of thing.
First responders, yeah. Domestic violence, kids who are getting abused at home. Like you could come into somebody's door and like make a difference in the world, And so with me almost dying and everything and beating all that,
you wanted to make that difference.
I wanted to make the difference. So, and that's where it's going with the career that I'm trying to get into. I'm trying to leave painting. I'm trying to get into San Diego Police Department. and it's a long process. I mean, you've been through it,
Yeah.
you know, and so I've been doing pretty good, and things are looking good for me. You know, but you know, I never know if they'll really, you know, they'll really take me. So that's the career I'm trying to get into. I haven't really told people about it, you know, because it's like, well, I'm over here saying that I'm about to do this and I don't end up getting in. So it's kind of low key.
But the thing
know?
is about that, it's all about manifesting, right?
Yeah.
You are a great person. You have a life and death experience. Like, you already know what direction. It's not like you've been doing anything wrong. I mean,
Yeah.
you've always gone up and beyond. You come into the room and you're like the bright spot.
Thank you,
always smiling, always laughing, always joking.
Appreciate that, bro.
And definitely that matters a lot, man. I mean, a lot of people feed off that type of energy, and we need people like that out in the world, because right now, you know how it is with police. You know, like, you got the good ones, you got the bad ones, and I'm not trying to like throw dust off. And I feel like you definitely would fit that mold, man. Like, I see you actually doing it. I mean, what, Officer Garcia?
Yeah.
There you go. And I'm pretty sure a lady will like that too.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and that's where it comes, you know, from earlier when we were talking about, you know, kids and everything.
Yeah.
It's another thing, man. I want to have a career where I can give my kids a better life than we had.
Yeah.
I love my life. I'm not complaining about it. But, you know, we grew up in Section 8. You know, we struggled.
That shit's tough.
Yeah, we struggled, and, you know, my parents are immigrants. My dad just became a American citizen, and, like, you know, we're trying to live that American dream. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I want to be able to provide and have a good career and help people and just feel fulfilled, you know? And so that's really what I'm thinking about more, like the future. I almost lost my life. It was a scary time for me, but it made me stronger. It made me realize what I actually want to, you know, do with my life, and stop bullshitting, because you might not have tomorrow. You know, like, your life could be cut short. You know, I lost my friend suddenly. I lost my mom suddenly, my grandma suddenly, and to top it off, you know, I lost my friend, one of my childhood friends, Arnulfo Quintero, you know, San Diego rapper. You know, he was murdered, and young guy as well. You know, so it's been painful, but it's also made me open up my eyes that I can't hold shit off for tomorrow. Yeah. Because tomorrow might not be promised, and it last year was a perfect example of that. I was perfectly fine, almost, you know, died from that, and it just made me stronger, bro. It made me realize shit, what I want to do, what I don't want to do, who I want to become, and my time is now to do it, because I don't know what will happen tomorrow.
I'm telling you, man, a lot of people would be proud, man. Like, your family, your friends, like.
Thank you,
a lot of people don't like saying, like, hey, you're doing good shit, because it's kind of like envy, but trust me, you're motivating me, you're motivating others.
Thank you, brother. And I appreciate that.
Keep on doing what you're doing, and hopefully everything works out, and I know it'll work out, bro.
Thank you, man.
Good things will come your way, and if it doesn't happen for a reason, like, don't let that be the end of your journey. I mean, there's more to it.
Yeah, no, for sure,
but
man.
Don't even think that way. I mean, let me just tell you that much. Don't even think that way.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've been prepared, you know, mentally, you know, if it doesn't work out or whatever, but all I know is that I gave it my all.
Yeah.
You know, I really, you know, worked hard for this, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, bro. God has his own journey plan for me. Yeah. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's just pretty much what I got going on, and you know, I'm excited, and I'm hoping that things work out, because I have plans for the future, and yeah, pretty much right now, man, it's like my life is like I'm just getting prepared for the future, man. I'm trying to line shit up. Mm-hmm. And I'm just trying to better myself. That's all really I'm trying to do, you know?
Well, you're off on the right track, man.
Thanks, brother.
That'll be it.
Yep. There we go. Thanks for having me, bro.
No, man. How do you, like, how's the overall experience? Would you come back again or nah?
Yeah, bro.
All right, next time it won't be that serious. We'll do some challenges and get somebody else.
For sure.
We'll go going.
Yeah, bro. If you ever need a co-host, bro, give me
Hey, man. You never know. Maybe down the works. 'Cause as you see, it's a little multitasking here and there. But, yeah, definitely, man.
For sure, brother.